and welcome to Brett's Picks. This is week number 3. Brett, how you doing, man?
Good.
This is Brett Whitehead. I'm Gwen Schroyer, and you are watching Brett's Picks. We're going to talk about college football, a little bit of high school, and just overall what's maybe even some weather, since that's going on right now. We got some weather issues, but let's get right into it. I'm glad you're doing okay. Yeah. Here's a look at the group of pickers and how they're doing so far. Look at that, number 1, Brett, right there sitting at number 1. You had 16 picks right in the last 2 weeks. That's pretty good, Brett. And guess what? I'm tied with you. So I also did good. Yay, let me pat myself on the back. You have Morgan also, SRO, doing really well there.
And Kobe Deals.
Kobe Deals at number 4, Langdon Maynard, all at 4. Starting at number 7, Gary Ownby, Greg Whitehead, you know him.
Yeah.
Coach Thompson, Mr. Garrett, all at 7. Coach Carpenter, all alone at number 11. And then at 12, Coach Massengill, Coach German, and Ian Wagner dragging the rear. So really not that big of a spread. So the top one is 16 wins. The bottom one is 12 wins. There's not a big gap yet. Yeah. So anybody's game. All right, game number 1 this week. This weekend on Saturday, which this game will be at noon on Fox. Number 4, Alabama taking on Wisconsin. Actually traveling to Wisconsin. But what do you think, Brett? Who's going to win this one?
I'm going with Wisconsin.
Wisconsin at home with the big upset, beating number 4 Alabama.
Yeah, they named it.
Wow, okay. All right, there's the first big pick. Next game, number 16, LSU, traveling to South Carolina. Also a noon game on ESPN2. Who do you have, Brett?
I'm going with LSU.
Staying with the tried and true LSU.
Just had a storm down that way.
They did. That's coming this way. Yeah. We'll talk about that. So LSU hopefully getting the win. Next game we have is Memphis traveling down to Florida State. And that game, again, at noon. 3 games right there at noon. This one on ESPN. Who do you have, Brett?
Going with Memphis.
Memphis on the road. All right, the next game, a big one. Number 24, Boston College, taking on number 6, Missouri.
I'm going with Boston College.
All right, Boston College for the win. Who beat, some pretty good game, had some good games lately. All right, the next game, number 18, Notre Dame, playing at big Boilermakers, Purdue.
I'm going with Notre Dame. Just had a big upset.
They did. They got beat by a nobody.
Last Saturday.
They did. So hopefully they do pull that off, and that's going to be a game at 3:30 on CBS or Paramount Plus. Next we have Texas A&M, an SEC rivalry game.
Playing Florida.
At Florida, in the Swamp, 3:30 game on ABC. Who do you have?
I'm going with Texas A&M.
On the road. Okay. Yep. Next game we have Ole Miss, sitting at number 5, playing Wake Forest. 6:30 game on the CW network. Who do you have?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, the Rebels.
It just had a big loss to Virginia.
Wake Forest did.
Yeah.
Yep, they sure did.
To Virginia.
So Ole Miss on the road. Next game, Western Kentucky playing Middle Tennessee, MTSU, at MTSU.
Yeah.
7 o'clock game on ESPN Plus. Who do you have?
I'm going with Western Kentucky.
The Hilltoppers. Yeah, okay, on the road. That seems to be a consecutive pattern there, except for the first one. You picked Wisconsin. Next game we have
Western Kentucky.
Yeah, you picked Western Kentucky, but you picked Wisconsin to beat Alabama when they're playing home. Colorado playing Colorado State.
I'm going with Colorado.
Colorado. So Deion Sanders, prime time. All right,
that game's at 7:30.
7:30. You're right. Maryland playing Virginia. That's a big rivalry.
Just had a big comeback win.
They did, yeah. So who do you have in this one?
Virginia.
Virginia with the win. Cavaliers. Next game, Kent State, the Golden Flashes. Did you know that was their nickname, their mascot? That's a new one for me, too. I had to put that in there. Traveling to Knoxville to play number 7, Tennessee, the Big Orange.
I'm going with Tennessee.
They moved into the top 10 from 15. Going with Tennessee, the Big Orange.
7:45.
We should have Rocky Top playing right now.
You hear me? 7:45
on the SEC network. Really cool. All right, let's talk some high school football. I know you got some games on your paper there.
It got moved till tonight.
We had a game moved to tonight. Who is it? Who's playing here?
You have Walker Valley at Bradley.
Walker Valley's playing right here at Bradley tonight. Game kickoff is at 7 o'clock.
It's going to be on ESPN.
ESPN 101.3.
ESPN Cleveland.
Cleveland 101.3, and also on their network. It's on 91.1 because that's the
99.1.
That's the Walker Valley guys, and then also on Bear Network
and MixTV.tv.
Yeah, but don't watch them. Watch Bear Network. You heard
I know who's covering that game.
Who?
Steve Hartline.
Steve Hartline. If you guys look for Steve out there in the rain, he's the guy that's almost blowing off the roof.
He does the show in the mornings.
He does the show in the mornings. So he'll be the one out there with a poncho and an umbrella holding on to something because I figure 30-mile-an-hour winds outside in the rain, he might go off the roof.
It's Steve Hartline, Stephen Shelton, and Josh Rogers.
That's right. But I think Steve will be the one that stays outside.
Yeah.
What do you think? All right, what else you got?
You have Tyner and Chattanooga Central.
Chattanooga Central. So who's the home game?
Chattanooga Central.
Chattanooga Central hosting.
Game of the week.
Game of the week for Channel 3.
Yep.
Next game.
Hickson at Signal Mountain. Tonight.
Tonight, that's a rivalry.
Tonight is Saudi Daisy at Sequoia.
Okay, that'll be a good game.
7:30. Also, it got moved as well. McMinn Central at Brainerd.
At Brainerd. So Matt Moody taking his team to Brainerd Road.
And some games are still the same
on Friday.
For tomorrow.
Ray County?
You have Ray County at Howard. Meigs at Sweetwater. Farragut at Cleveland.
At Cleveland, staying it on Friday night.
And Maryville at West.
West, and Maryville really hung the numbers on Bradley last week.
East Hamilton going up to McMinn County.
That's a big one. Last but not least, Franklin County.
Out of Franklin, Tennessee.
Out of Franklin, Tennessee.
Coming down here to play Boyd.
Boyd, who's that Boyd?
Garrett Payne.
Garrett Payne.
Former.
Lots of luck, Garrett.
Former
coach right here at Bradley.
Assistant coach.
Yeah.
All these games are tonight.
Yep, a lot of those will be on NFHS. If you can't find them, you can look up NFHS and follow along. We want you to watch Bear Network tonight.
And watch Channel 3.
Yep, and tonight it'll be Gary and Joe Cannon. Earl will be off tonight, so Joe will be taking his place tonight.
Yeah.
You gonna watch? Yeah? All right, what about the Braves? They're tied with the Mets, right?
They ended up losing.
But they're tied with the Mets, right? Yeah.
We're still in second place.
Second place, so we're right there, neck and neck.
Don't forget to watch Channel 3 tonight.
You got the sideline wrap-up with Channel 3.
With Ben Bobick.
Ben Bobick and Samantha.
No, Greg Glover.
Oh, I'm sorry, Greg Glover.
He's at some games.
Yeah, he does the Band of the Week.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
And Samantha does the
sideline report.
Sideline report.
Yes.
Watch Channel 3 tonight of the Thursday night football.
Yes.
And tomorrow too.
Awesome.
High school football.
It's a big week, guys. We want your support for the teams. Pick a team, support them well, watch it live, and I think that's all we have this week.
And listen on
the radio.
And listen on Mix 104.
Mix 104 and ESPN Cleveland 101.3.
And 99.1.
And 99.1. So you got a lot of choices there. Variety of games.
Tonight
and tomorrow.
Listen to Mix tonight, 99.1. And
ESPN Cleveland.
Talk 101.3.
No, ESPN Cleveland.
I said ESPN Talk 101.3 Cleveland.
Okay. We'll hybrid it.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I think they dropped the talk out. Anything else, Brett?
Nope.
Okay, well, that's all we have then. And until next week, we'll see you
on the sideline.